Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, this is how I overwinter my tomato seeds in these containers. I find this the best way. All I do is slice the tomatoes up, place them on some fresh, clean compost, and then sprinkle a bit of fresh on the top, just to protect the seeds. But as you may well be able to see in that one, the mice have had a little bit of a field day, and looking at one or two, they're already germinating. So this extra warm weather we've been having here in the UK, very unseasonal, wind, rain and everything else, is getting those going. So all I do now, so these are the Bloody Butcher from Phil, one of my viewers, subscribers, and all I'm going to do is scrape some of these seeds off the top. What I should have said was that I've already taken some of the top material off till I thought I was down to the seeds. Although I don't really need these sacks now because they've rotted down and the seeds have been left behind, and I can even see some that have already germinated here too. So I'll just make sure I label them up. We'll have a little look at those in a minute. I know people do say these are the cherry ones. These are the tomatoes that I get from the supermarket. They're a lovely cherry tomato, but when you grow them from the seeds, they taste even better because we haven't forced them. But again, if anyone wants to pop in the comments how they save their tomato seeds, I think most people dry them, but I like to do it this way. Not because I'm lazy, but it's just easy to slice them up, place them in there, forget about them until about this time of the year. And today is Friday the 14th of February, it's Valentine's Day. I'm a bit of a romantic. I bought the wife 12 red roses 36 years ago. Come on guys, if I bought her anything now, she'd want to know what I'd done wrong. But anyway, we'll move on. I'm going to finish these two off now, grab the seeds out of here. Just out of view, we have the Champion dwarf stock tomato that Jazz sent me from Alternative Smallholding, and all I did was put the tomato in there. It stinks like Meriel, and you can see all the little maggot things that are in there. I'm going to do the same with this. All I'm going to do is pour this on top of some fresh compost, some perhaps cocoa coir, and then top it off, and I can smell that from there. We'll see if that works as well, just by leaving the tomato in a sealed container. The mice haven't touched those, so that's another tip. Right, I'll crack on, get this done, and we'll see what we've got at the end. Right, let's get this smelly one out of the way. So you might be able to see all the rubbish there. I will pick out some of the, I see the seeds are in there. Bar gum. So I won't have to water it. So I just took us some cocoa coir out of the one of those compost. These are going to go back now to the greenhouse grow room with some warmth. As I've said before, the money makers, I've got fresh seed, and hopefully this row here will be all the seeds that I've had sent me, etc., and the ones I've saved, and we'll see what we've actually got. As I say, mice have been a problem with them, So I will be improving on that this year, especially with some of these tomatoes I've had sent me again. I'll just lift you up now, but this is the carrot box if you're not a regular viewer. But I do would really like to welcome all 325 subscribers in the last 28 days. Much appreciate you coming on board. Please remember to comment. I do really appreciate it. And don't forget, hit that like button, and if you're new, consider subscribing. Just while we're in the polytunnel, I've just found these are the pups off the giant red cabbage. They're two goodish ones. Let's open a good one. I've changed my gloves to my slash proof just in case I have a little accident. Let's not dirty it up, but it doesn't look very good from the outside, but you don't have to take many layers off before you find what it looks like. And come on, let's be safe. These knives aren't designed for this, but look at that, guys. It's good enough to eat. Excuse me. Lovely taste, absolutely lovely. And you can't get these hang on, I'm speaking with my mouth full. You can't get the seeds for this cabbage anymore, and I am trying to get some to go to seed. Whether they do or not, only time will tell. I shall probably keep this one. I shall cut that off and we'll harvest that. Again, it does look a little bit manky, but we'll give it a try. And this one's already had the stalk cut off. If you can see just in the middle of the screen there, it's all hollowed out now, so that probably won't last long, but I'm hoping it'll go to seed. If not, then we just lose it, but never mind. It's been a great experience. Let's see, got a few more toilet rolls there, kitchen rolls. These are the lids for the underground worm farms. 2 coats of paint up to yet. We've got 6 done, and similar to the cardboard inserts, I've put a hook on. Easier to lift. And that's the cardboard insert to my underground worm farms. That just helps keep the worms a wee bit happy. And there's the 3 wormeries in place now. Now, I said I was going to put one in the centre, but I forgot. I put the wire supports to stop these from actually bowing out, and it seems to be working quite well at the moment. Some viewer said, you want to get a brick on those lids. Well, these weren't the lids I use in, because I didn't want to leave those out in the wet. But yeah, I love the comments. Keeps me on my toes, and it's just easy lifting because this cardboard is very hard to lift. So yes, it's not going to last forever, but I can put another hole in it as and when, and hopefully at some stage the worms will start working their way to the top there. They've got a lot of fresh snap to rot down, ready for when they want to feast. Footprints. I wonder if he's dug me a hole, that cat. We do like cats around the allotments. They do help keep the rat and mice population down. So as long as I don't get a handful of smelly goo, I'm not bothered. I've topped the carrot boxes up, and it looks like they've sunk considerably, so they will need a top up of just the cocoa coir that the cannabis growers throw away that I find. There's a pot there, but I have found I am using quite a bit of compost. So 4 beds there, so bean beds right at the bottom, and we've started on the next one, and I've used the big supports there because this will be part of the vertical garden, or as Southpaw Davey Urban Farm would say, a spudomatic. So then we're going to have a 500 gap, and then the square foot gardening will come to about 900. So I may have measured the planks wrong, and I may even close that gap up as long as I can get through. But as you can see now, that's my dwarf curled green kale. They've all stood up to the winds really well, but they are staked. I've taken these covers off now. Previous videos just in the water ponding, not doing any good, and this will encourage me to get those new plastic carbonate sheets, polycarbonate sheets there. Storm Dennis will have passed through by the time you see this video. I upload my videos every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 PM, and I'd like to thank everyone who has considered subscribing and commenting, liking, etc. Really pleased with these elephant garlic. These are the rounds, and obviously they've got a bit of a head start, but we do still need some really cold weather to make sure those cloves split. This is my triple, or was the triple, now it's a quadruple bin, but I will put that up at the end, the compost bin build, for anybody that would like to see that. And don't forget to pop back and have a look at all those wormery videos, like quite a few have done, that I posted on the screen in that playlist last time. I am on call all this weekend, but the forecast seems to say now that the winds won't be as strong. By the time you see this, we'll find out if that's true, but we're going to get constant rain, and just walking across this now is causing me issues. One little slip can put you out of work for a while, so I'm having to be really careful. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.